But Daniel did not leave the ruins, at least not right away. The storm had taken his raft, stripped him back to nothing again, but the temples offered something the forest never had: structure, shelter, history. The first nights were uneasy. The stone walls held the darkness differently than the trees. Sounds echoed strangely, footsteps lingered longer than they should. Daniel chose a partially intact chamber, one with a collapsed entrance that created a narrow opening he could defend. "Control your space," he murmured, recalling another lesson. He cleared debris with his hands, dragging broken stones aside, sweeping out centuries of dust and leaves. He reinforced the entrance with branches and woven vines, building a barrier he could move from the inside. It wasn't perfect, but it was stronger than anything he had built before. Restoration became his new survival. Each day, Daniel explored a little farther. The temple complex revealed itself slowly, wide courtyards swallowed by roots, narrow passageways etched with carvings, staircases leading to platforms that overlooked the jungle canopy. Some areas had collapsed entirely, but others remained eerily intact. He found a central structure larger than the rest, a temple at the heart. Inside, the air was cooler. Still, the walls were covered in carvings, animals, patterns, human figures in poses of reverence or ritual. Jaguars appeared often, so did birds, large winged creatures with outstretched forms. Symbols of power, Daniel wondered aloud, or warnings. He began rebuilding. To not the temple itself, but his place within it. He gathered fallen branches, reinforcing weak sections of his chosen chamber. He layered leaves and moss for bedding, creating something softer, warmer. He built a fire pit just outside, where smoke could escape without choking the space. Tools came easier now. His hands remembered. He shaped sharper stone blades, crafted stronger spears, improved his bindings with better vine cordage. He even fashioned a crude carrying frame, something he had once seen in a video, to transport heavier materials. This time, he wasn't guessing, he was refining. Discovery changed him. One afternoon, while clearing a collapsed section near the central temple, Daniel uncovered something unexpected. Not stone, not bone, metal. Tall rust-covered, half-buried, but unmistakable. A blade, old, worn, but crafted. He stared at it for a long time before picking it up. Someone was here, he whispered again. But this time it felt closer, real. Recent, or at least more recent than the temple itself. Water was different here. Behind the main structure, hidden beneath thick vines, Daniel discovered a carved channel, a narrow stone trench that directed water from a higher point down into a basin, a system, ancient but functional. He cleared it carefully, removing debris, letting the water flow again. When it finally trickled into the basin, steady and clean, he felt something he hadn't felt in months: relief. Not survival. Stability. Days turned into weeks. Daniel adapted the ruins into something more than shelter. He set traps along the outer perimeter, marking safe paths and danger zones. He climbed the tallest structure and cleared a small section of canopy, creating a place where sunlight broke through, where smoke could rise. A signal, still hoping. But the deeper he explored, the more he felt it. This place wasn't just abandoned, it was left, deliberately. Some carvings showed figures fleeing, others showed animals, jaguars, birds, serpents larger than life, almost revered or feared. One night, sitting near his fire, Daniel turned the rusted blade in his hands. "This place survived the jungle," he said quietly. "So why didn't its people?" The wind moved softly through the broken stone, whispering through empty halls. Daniel looked out into the darkness beyond the temple walls. He had found shelter. He had built something again. But deep down he knew this was not the end of his journey. It was the beginning of a new mystery.